today I want to get into 6 of the top questions that we all need to ask ourselves in order to grow our business. And what happened was last week we were going through these questions with a new company, a new client we were working with. And one of my colleagues, Kristen, said, "Hey, you should share this with everybody. This is great stuff. Everybody needs to go through this information." And so here I am. That is what I am digging into today and want to share with you. Sound good? All right. And if you've got questions, pop them in the chat. If you're watching the replay, pop them in the chat or DM and we will get back to you. Hey, Fallon, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Bob, how's it going? All right. Okay. So the first question to ask yourself is can you, and please do, describe your business or your company in 2 to 3 sentences? Sounds easy, right? But if you run into somebody and they go, "Hey, what do you do?" Do you have a quick answer for that? So jot that down. I'll put also these questions in the description at the end so you have them. And so an example might be is if you're in charge of sales and marketing in your company and you feel overwhelmed by the thought of digital marketing and you need lead follow-up, we can help you. We become part of your team and ensure that you get the sales and the leads that you need, or something like that. Like maybe that's over the top. You can make it simpler too. Hey, we help companies learn how to do lead generation and lead follow-up, or we do it for them if they don't have time. So that might be an example. And so for your company, what are you doing for your customers, for your clients? So can you describe that in a quick 2 to 3 sentences? I bet you know that one already. That one's easy, but just jot it down. So on to number 2. Okay. What products or services do you want to sell the most of? And I ask that because there's usually 2 answers to that. It's one, either whatever you're selling the most of already right now. Hey, that's working great. Let's reach more people with it. Or 2, what do you have maybe that's new that you feel like is a super great opportunity and you want to do more with that? So those are kind of the 2 things, but just jot down what are the 1 or 2 things that you want to offer more of and sell the most of, because that's what the marketing should focus on. Sometimes we'll see people spending a lot of time on maybe this product isn't selling enough, we should sell more of that, or this service we should sell more of that. I'm going to put all this focus on it. Okay, I wouldn't do that. Pick the things that are working the best and do more with that, or pick the thing that you feel like you have the most opportunity with, and yeah, go ahead and work on that. So that's the second thing. All right. And so the third is, what problem do you solve for your customer, for your client? We do marketing for our clients or teach them how to do it. Or we have a robot that moves material from point A to point B easily for them. Or we make sure our customer stays on the air no matter what. Or we have good health products to make sure people can solve all their health needs. So whatever the thing is, what do you solve? So jot that down. That's your number 3. Good so far? So far, so good? I know, right? All right. Now, number 4, what sets you apart from everybody else? What's unique about you? And now I was talking with someone on Monday and they're like, "Oh, well, other people do it and it's not that great." And I'm like, "Hey, put that aside. You've got this unique experience of working in your industry and heading up this company for a long time. Now that you've broken off to start your own biz, you've got this experience that nobody else has. You do have unique things." So if you ever kind of feel like, "Oh gosh, there's so many other people who offer what I offer," stop. Just put that aside and think about your unique life experience. Like, what is it that you're bringing to the table that other people don't have? And if you're feeling like you're competing with a big company and you're smaller, I think that's an advantage, right? Because people are going to know, like, and trust you and want to work with you. And your unique life experience, what you bring to the table, is great. And in a bigger company, you could get lost and it's kind of faceless sometimes. So sometimes being a smaller company is a huge advantage. So think about what sets you apart from someone else. So for me, let's see, I worked in the music industry, and then I got to travel around the world selling video and audio equipment to people. And now I get to work with lots of companies on their marketing and either do it for them or teach them how to do it. So that's kind of my life experience. That's what I do. That's what I love. It's fun for me. Kind of love all that marketing automation stuff. That's why I'm different from other people who offer other marketing, right? And it's okay. Plenty of business for everybody. Show up and be yourself and just let your uniqueness shine. That is a good thing. Your passion, let it out. All right. So, the fifth thing, what type of customers or companies or clients typically buy from you? What are their titles? So, are their job titles chief engineer, um, defense attorney, health professional, marketing manager, whatever the thing is, who is that person who normally buys from you? What types of companies? And we're talking about your perfect customer, your ideal client, that kind of thing right here. And just jot it down because sometimes we'll hear is like anybody with money. Like that's one that sometimes folks say, and it's like, come on, you know, let's narrow down, right? Don't worry if somebody wants to work with you and they're not like fitting your ideal customer profile. They'll find you. They'll still work with you. It's all good. But let's be narrow and just be, look back at your last 5 or 10 sales or look forward to the next 5 or 10 people you want to work with and what are their titles? What are they doing? Write down who you serve, right? Okay, and number 6, what are the top 2 or 3 objections or sort of roadblocks, maybe misconceptions that you hear about from your prospects? So misconceptions are great, I don't want to work with an agency. Nobody understands my business, or I don't have a budget to go to this health club. It's too expensive. I'm not sure what kind of equipment I want to buy. There are too many choices. I'm just going to do nothing. Or we do all of that in house. We don't need any help. So those kinds of misconceptions, judgments, objections, what are they? Just jot them down. Good to know what they are so you can kind of bake those into your marketing just so people understand about you better. So that's the 6 of them. Describe your company, your business in a couple of sentences. What product, service do you want to sell the most of? What problem do you solve for your customers, for your clients? What sets you apart? What makes you unique, your unique life experience, your passion? And what types of companies, customers, clients buy from you? Their job titles, where they live, any demographics, those kinds of things. What are they into? I was talking with someone the other day, and they realized that all of their clients want to have everything they make in a particular catalog. Oh, okay. If we know that they all want their stuff in that online catalog, that's really interesting. Now we can go find other people who fit that profile, right? Super interesting. All right. And number 6 is what are the top roadblocks, objections, misconceptions about your company? And I actually have a bonus one for you to consider. Just think about this. What do your competitors maybe do better? And if you're thinking nothing, that's okay. But just what do they at least think that they do better? What do you see out there in the universe when you've got competition? Like, what are you up against in terms of that? And just jot that down too, because that's good to know about as well. So, bonus 7th question to think about. When you know all those things, then it becomes so much easier to have great communication with your prospects and grow your business and bake all that info into your marketing automation, your messaging, everything you are doing. Let me know how it goes for you. Can't wait to hear about your successes and what you are doing for Q1 and Q2. And talk soon.